Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to be joined by Melody Rose, the Interim Chancellor of the Oregon University System. Melody, great to meet you. Thanks for coming in.
Good to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. So in case anyone doesn't know at home, what exactly are the duties of the Chancellor?
So the Chancellor is responsible for overseeing all 7 public universities in the state of Oregon, and we have roughly $5 billion in state assets that are owned by the public. And our job is to ensure that all of our institutions get the budgets and capital they need, and we are spearheading a lot of academic innovation with our campuses as well.
And before we get into some of the things that are happening in the legislature, I know there's a lot of change is possible at this time.
Yeah.
I want to first congratulate you. You are the first female to hold this position.
Yes, that's true. I am. It's an honor.
And yeah, tell us a little bit. Is this something you saw yourself doing not a long time ago?
Well, I have to say it felt a little bit like being at the right place at the right time, and it sure is an honor to represent the 7 institutions and work with those presidents. And the biggest delight of all, of course, is getting to spend time with our 100,000 students across the state.
What advice would you give any a girl or young woman out there who's watching this who wants to break the glass ceiling, or the so-called glass ceiling, like yourself?
Well, I guess there are 2 things. Certainly you just have to work hard and play well with others and keep at it. And then I think once you've achieved the thing that you're looking for, you have to make sure that you create opportunities for those who come behind you.
Very good. Okay. And moving, of course, to the upheaval almost in the legislature right now, are they making changes to the Oregon University system, and will your position be around in a month?
Well, those are excellent questions, and as you well know, there are innovations being discussed in the Capitol now, and legislative leadership and the governor's office have been working on some structural changes that, if they were to pass, would have some major implications for our institutions. Our larger institutions would gain greater freedom from the system, allowing them to pursue some philanthropic opportunities that would be unique. And what that means for the Chancellor's office is yet to be seen, but really our job is to see this all the way through and support all 7 institutions as best we can through the transition.
Quite an interesting time as summer arrives.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
All right, we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
Much more with Melody in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. We're going to hear with Dr. Melody Rose, the Interim Chancellor of the Oregon University System. Dr. Rose, you were the first woman to inaugurate a public university president in the state of Oregon. What was that like? It
was actually very exciting. So last Thursday, the University of Oregon president was invested, as we say, inaugurated. And that means that the Chancellor of the Oregon University System invests that president with all of the authorities and responsibilities of the office, in addition to putting a medal around his neck and giving him the university mace, which is a huge, beautiful scepter. And what was really exciting is that the president is a foot taller than I am, so I had to be very cautious in how I handled the medal.
That's always a good idea, especially in that case.
Yes.
So tell us, in your opinion, what does the state need to do to lower the cost of education for Oregon students?
Well, thank you. That's an excellent question. As we worry about debt and affordability really nationally, we in Oregon have some of the lowest cost degrees in the nation. But the challenge has been, of course, that the price of the education has really been shifted away from the public and on to the student. So one of the things, of course, that we look for is opportunities to collaborate across institutional boundaries, lowering the price for students, looking for opportunities for them to get college credits while they're in high school so that they can get a jump start on their degree. And, of course, we're always looking for opportunities to find more scholarship money and more investment in the system so that we can keep tuition low.
Now, I understand, obviously, as we've been talking about, there is much uncertainty right now for you and for the state system. Would you like this job permanently, and is there even a search taking place? I mean, exactly where do you stand right now?
Well, I appreciate the question. I'm delighted to be doing what I'm doing now. I feel like I'm serving our state and serving our students, and really I'm not too worried about the future. Just going to see how things unfold in the Capitol, and I'll be happy to serve the state however I'm best used.
And we have a couple weeks, or should we know the answer but when July comes around?
Well, I think the leadership of the legislature is talking about adjourning by the end of the month, and that's what they typically do, and we hope that will be the case so everyone can get on to their summer vacations.
Very exciting. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks so much.
Pleasure to meet you.
You too.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.